I've got polyester resin there, 2 litres of that, which I'm going to need more, and acetone, which cleans up fiberglass, and some of the other stuff you'll need. I've got the chopped strand already cut up. Need scissors, plastic bucket. You can use a Stanley knife if you like to cut up the chopped strand. That's the tape I'm going to use to tape up the bottom of the hole. A sacrificial brush, not your wife's. That's a syringe. This is your hardener. You mix that with the fiberglass resin, and that's what sets it off. And I've also got woven strand here, which is, I guess, a lot stronger than chopped strand. Alright, so we had a little bit of a mishap putting the old fishing boat on the new trailer. Cracked the hole, and in this video I'm going to show you how I would repair it. They used plywood for their stringers in the center, and they didn't fiberglass them in properly. Like that allows water to get into the timber, and that isn't too bad. It's not rotten or anything like that, but this stringer here was definitely rotten, and I found that this stringer had pulled away from the hole. Fiberglass had broken, and you can see that black darkness in the fiberglass of the hole. That's some rot that's gotten into a layer of the fiberglass. So what I'm going to do first is fix this crack, because at the moment the hole is way too flimsy for me to get inside and work. And the way I'm going to go about it is, the part that I've ground out is where the crack showed through on the underside of the boat, and you can actually see the crack extends, and there's another one just underneath it that goes all the way down there. I'm going to leave that cut out there the way that it is and tape the underside of the hole, and then I'm going to grind out from this side that crack to let the fiberglass get into it a bit better. You can see I've ground off the gel coat, and I'll show you what I used for that before, because what I'm going to do is fiberglass the upper side with this side taped off, and then at the end, when I've got a nice flat surface on this side, is just put one layer of woven strand fiberglass on it and then sand it all back. Alright, so you can get a decent look at this crack. I'm about to grind it out a bit using an angle grinder. It's amazing how well these work. You'd think it would all clog up, but it doesn't. You also want a dust mask on when you do this, because a lot of dust is created. Alright, here we go. See how easy that was. It's time to start fiberglassing. Now the syringe is supposed to help you put the correct amount of hardener in. About 1% is a slow mixture and 2% is a fast mixture. I've done this a few times and I've got some spare hardener, so I just do it the way I like. That should be plenty. You need to mix it up quite well, getting into all the corners. You might notice it go a slight tinge of brown. That means it's starting to mix quite well. And try and dry it out a little bit. It's not rotten, but it is wet, so I'll try it out. You can't fiberglass shit that's wet or dirty. You've got to try and keep it as clean as possible. Rough it up. That's all been roughed up with a flat disc, so hopefully it'll bite in nicely, and go from there. Alright, so this is a polyester resin that makes your fiberglass go all hard. Now, just with a flow coat, that's sort of like paint for your boat. So if you're not going to paint it, then you won't need flow coat. But anyway, it's time to start fiberglassing. Now the syringe is supposed to help you put the correct amount of hardener in. About 1% is a slow mixture and 2% is a fast mixture. I've done this a few times and I've got some spare stuff, spare hardener, so I just do it the way I like. That should be plenty. You need to mix it up quite well, getting into all the corners. You might notice it go a slight tinge of brown. That means it's starting to mix quite well. Alright, I'm ready with my chop strand. I'll put it down on the wettest area first. See, it really just soak that stuff up. That's that white area I was talking about. You want to get rid of all that. That'll make a nice little soft spot for you, which you don't want. Oops. Alright, now we can start getting messy. Like I said, I like my stuff wet. Easier it goes into the corner there when it just sucks it all up. Now it's starting to go hard, so I'm really going to need to get it wet. Try and overlap everything so it's all one, works out to be one big piece. And with all your overflow, just work it back up. Get rid of that white stuff and try and maintain